I want you to take this manifesting quiz. This is going to be so fun because there's two kinds of manifestors, and I want to know which one you are. My name is Mr. 2020. You were listening to the Power of Imagination podcast, where we explore one thing and one thing only: the power of imagination. And if I do my job right, by the end of the episode, you're, oh wow, I never would have thought of it that way. So let's dive in. So you've got to pick today, and you can't say I'm both, right? Yeah, that's called bullshit where I come from. So I want to know, and I want you to tell me, so drop me a note somewhere, what kind of manifestor are you? So the first kind of manifestor, we call them strugglers, right? Because they struggle. I mean, they're like the guys at the gym. See, I see two kind of guys at the gym. And I'm talking the old fellas here, because I'm 59. I think I'm 59. 58. Anyway, I feel like I'm 35, but I notice there's two kind of old fellas in the gym, and I talk to them. And some of them show up and they just struggle 3-4 times a week. And they seem to struggle a lot. Yeah. Some people call them inspiring. They keep showing up. They keep struggling. You can do it. Rah, rah, ree, kick them in the knee. They're the strugglers. And I notice some people manifest like that. They need some inspiration. They're putting in the perspiration. And they're struggling. By the way, there's another kind of manifestor, right? And there's another kind of old fella at the gym. And I call these the savories. They're savoring the moment. They're savoring controlling that weight. They are loving every moment, every movement. And I gotta ask, are you a savory? Do you savor the moment when you're manifesting? Because me personally, I used to struggle. And by the way, if I do slip into the struggle state, I feel like these old fellas at the gym. And I talk to both groups, by the way. I talk to the strugglers and I talk to the savories. And the strugglers, they all tell me, like, I'm keeping at it. I'm working towards, my doctor said. I'm like, all right, yeah, I get it. And the savories, I mean, God, they're just fun. It's like, why do you come here? And they look at me like I'm mad. They look at me like I'm insane. It's like, I like it. It feels good. When you feel it real to experience what you've chosen to experience, you're going to keep experiencing more of that. On the other hand, right, so let's call that savoring. I can imagine I got a group call coming up, so I imagine the group call having had kicked ass. And I'm feeling that now, and I'm loving that feeling now. And that this now echoes into my future and past in all directions, right? On the other hand, I could struggle to nail the call, the feeling, to make sure it goes well, because and it's just struggling. And it's not fun. And that's what a lot of people do. And that's why we keep sharing what we share. We want to invite you to the second camp, the savories. I want you to go camping with them. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Or you could just be in a prison cell with the strugglers. Oh my. But I'm going to give you a twist in a moment. What I want you to do right now, though, is imagine letting me know how this gave to you and which camp you're in. And if you want some help, we can offer help and guidance and send you some goodies, and we can change the world. Imagine up something yummy like that as we go into the silence. All right, let's be honest. I lied. There's a third camp, right? These are the splashers, right? So we've got the strugglers. Oh dear, right? I'm keeping at it. My doctor says I got to get me some healthy, right? Yeah. Then there's the savories. I love the savories. They savor every moment. And they're just beautiful to watch and hang with and talk with. They're savoring every moment of life. Not just their manifesting, not just their muscle building. They're savoring the moments. They're experiencing the magics. But it's the third camp. If you stick your toe in the water, it's not the same as scuba diving. I'm sorry, I've done both. I've got a lovely little cart. Maybe I'll put a photo of it up somewhere. I am a certified scuba diver, which means when I took the course, I could do the math. I can't do the math today. Right? I'd have to relearn the math. The dive tables are a bitch. But I've tiptoed in the tulips. I've put my pinky toe in the water. Oh, it's cold. Oh, I struggle. But in reality, you came here to make a splash. You came here to make waves. And until you become a splasher, you can't possibly be a savory. And you're just going to struggle. And so I invite you. Dive deeper, soar higher. We've got a lot of resources for you. I'm here. And you've got a choice to make today. Which one of the three camps are you going to play in? I can promise you, number one will lead to more struggle. Number two, I got to admit, I love savoring the magic of the moment. But that isn't really long-term possible until you decide, you know what, I'm making a splash. And these old fellas at the gym, they make a splash. They're all right. Have a great day. My name is Mr. 2020. You've been listening to the Power of Imagination podcast, where we explore one thing and one thing only, the divine power of the human imagination. And we're at the end of the episode. I got to ask, I want to know. Mr. 20, I never looked at it that way before. Dive deeper, soar higher. See ya.